So, Chicken on a Basketball FC 0. The Kings of North London. DOS. Light work down at the Chicken on a Basketball Stadium. These are our rivals, according to our fan base. These are our rivals. That was the easiest game of football we've had all season. That ain't even a joke. But anyway, big up to everybody who did watch the watch along. Big up to everybody who's subbed to the channel. Make sure you smash the likes through the roof on this as well. Kenny and Jez coming up as well straight afterwards. Henry Wright TV has already done his fan cam, so go and check that out after this as well. And then player ratings later will be on here too. But that was the most comfortable game of football today. And it was light work, literally from the get-go. Their team lineup shocked me. I didn't expect to see Perisic sat on the bench. Didn't expect to see Bentancur not in the team. Maybe I just didn't see that all week. I thought he was going to be fit and available. And yeah, from the get-go, literally could have scored in the first couple of minutes with Martinelli. After that, a little bit tippy-tappy, end-to-end without them really doing anything. We dominated. They had a couple of chances, but nothing spectacular. Nice little tackles from Saliba and Gabriel. And Ben White, Zinchenko. The back four was solid. Midfield absolutely dominated them today. And then we get the breakthrough. Bukayo Saka, I thought he hit the post. And I was like, how is that hit the post? I thought it was going out for a corner. Next thing, it's nestled in the net. I'm like, hold on, what's happened there? I had to see the replay to believe it went in. And Lloris must have been drunk. Like, real talk, he's got previous as well. I'm just saying. He maybe had a little shot of whiskey or something before the game, fire himself up. But yeah, 1-0 up, cruising, comfortable. Thomas Partey was going for goal of the decade, goal of the century, goal of the millennium, whatever you want to call it. That would have been some hell of a goal. If that had gone in, that would have been insane. That would probably have been up there as one of the best, if not the best, North London derby goal ever. But it didn't go in. Eddie Nketiah missed a great chance as well. And then Martin Odegaard. Who knew? I've always rated Odegaard. He was superb. He was my man of the match today. I know Ramsdale got given it. I understand why he got given it. He was superb as well. But for me, I thought he set the tempo today. He was up and down, up and down. He was doing Zidane turns. He was winning free kicks. He had that little bit of stardust today. And his goal, the power, the low-driven, bottom corner, 25, 30 yards out. What a hit. Tika-boo, son. Tika-boo. What a hit. That was absolutely top class. From him today, he was top class. He was top class from the first minute he was on it. Saka again on it. Yeah, Martinelli a little bit disappointing for me today. Zinchenko, first half, absolutely flawless. Second half, I thought he was wavering a lot. Kulu stitched him up a couple of times, but they brought on Tierney, more than ready to come on. My left back, we already know. But yeah, man, this football club, don't ever compare us and make us rivals, man. Yes, logistically, historically, because of all the stuff that's happened over decades and all of that. Yes, I get it. We always want to beat them. Let's have it right. We do want to beat them just to shut them up. They're like that annoying little brother that you have. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like always, oh, but I beat you once. Yeah, but I've played you 100 times, mate. Yeah, but I beat you that once. Yeah, shut up. You're irrelevant. That's Tottenham. That is Tottenham. They are an irrelevant football club. That is the easiest game of football we've had all season. It is the history of the Tottenham. It is the history of the Tottenham. We've already been told that. Chiellini told us is the history of the Tottenham. Absolute shambles of a football club. Their manager looks lost. And listen, this is a manager that I rate. Yeah, he's done absolutely nothing this season. He's done nothing. There was no fight. There was no heart. His subs were late. All played into our hands. It's almost like he's trying to get sacked, which is mad because he's only got 5 months left. Might as well just, maybe he can't be bothered anymore. Maybe he just wants the payoff. I don't know. But it ain't my problem. That's not my football club. My football club is flying high. We're 8 points clear of Manchester City after 18 games. And we've got Manchester United next. That'll be a lot harder than the game we've just faced today. That's for sure, because they're in good form. They're flying high. And despite VAR, maybe or maybe not doing its job, I don't know. It's kind of subjective. But listen, as an Arsenal fan, I don't care. I've not seen any Arsenal fans crying about VAR this weekend. I love the fact at the end of the game today as well, Ramsdale was winding up Richarlison. I think one of the fans in the crowd tried to jump over to Ad Holding and try and kick Ramsdale. You got Richarlison pushing him in the face, like Ramsdale in the face. Then you got Odegaard and Arteta going, come on, let's go and dance on their ground. Yeah, I love all of that. Love it. You can see that the team are really together at the minute and they're flying, absolutely flying. They're all fighting for each other. They're playing for each other. The quality in their passing today was decent. Now, even in tight spaces when Spurs were pushing up and pressing, we were just pinging it around. It was a joy to watch that today. Yeah, and it was almost like Henry said it. He said it was a training session. And it was a training session. It was men against boys. Gary Neville even said that on his commentary. It's men against boys. They came out in the second half, Tottenham. They had a go for about 10 minutes. Ramsdale pulling off a good couple of saves, but it was never in doubt. They never really looked like scoring, did they? And that's testament to how well we played, because we just took the wind out of their sails straight away. And then when you can't get the ball off of somebody, you start losing your head. Eric Dyer losing his head. Other players losing their head. Richarlison. And it's great to see. I can't lie. It's great to see that we're flying. This is all I've wanted this football club to do for a long, long, long time now. And it's been 7 years since we've been in a position where we can maybe talk about winning the title. That season, we obviously didn't. This season, hopefully, we do. And that leads me on to Edu nicely. Make sure you do batter the like button. Sub to the second channel as well. Link in description, people. But now it's on Edu. He shouldn't even be here anymore. Like, real talk. People go, oh, yeah, but he's got a clear plan. No, he ain't. We're not going to overpay for players. Well, he was going to overpay by paying 70 mil plus 25 for a player that's worth about 25. So let's not pretend Edu's a genius because he didn't pay the extra 5 million plus a bit more wages. Yeah, and I've seen reports like people going, oh, we were going to pay him 35. He's on 200 a week. No, we weren't. We were going to pay him 127. Just Google Mudryk wages. It comes up with lists and lists and lists of reports from the same journalists that were reporting we were in for him and putting bids in for him, telling you how much we were going to pay him. So yeah, Chelsea may be paying him 70 grand a week more. But let's not pretend we weren't going to make him a millionaire overnight. And let's not pretend here that footballers have any loyalty to anyone apart from themselves and their agent and their families. That's it. Yeah, let's stop gassing up and hyping up players, yeah, until they actually get the shirt on and start performing. Yeah, respect and credit should be earned, not just given because they're twerking on an Instagram page. Yeah, let's just stop with this rubbish now because it's boring. But as for Edu, I didn't want the player anyway. But to have wasted 7 months talking to his agent and talking to him and talking to Shakhtar, because it has been 7 months. We spoke to him in the summer. Yeah, July, I think it was. We spoke to him for 7 months. And then you know the price, Edu. The price has not changed. And then you decide to keep lowballing the price and then cry when everyone's crying. Now Chelsea go, oh, you can't compete with that. Well, if you wanted to play that badly, he should have been signed on the 1st of January. You should have done this already. Chelsea wouldn't have come in at that stage then. Just pay the money. Yeah, and people say, yeah, we're not going to get ripped off. Really? We were getting ripped off anyway. Come on. 100 million gets you 4 or 5 players that are running their contracts down. Trossard, Zaha, Tielemans, Aouar. There's 4 I've named straight away. You can go and buy Caicedo for 60 mil. Go and buy Zaha for 20 mil. There's 80 mil. You still got change. No, plus the wages this kid was going to get paid. That is mad. It's actually mad how anyone was hyping him up when they ain't watched him. That sums up this fan base a lot. And not all of them, but a lot of them. And now it's, oh, yeah, well, we're not going to overpay. It's an Edu masterclass. Well done. We set our budget. They're all the puppet journalists, all the top gooners, super fans. Shut up. Stop listening to all these idiots, man. Like, real talk. None of them care. They just do what's fashionable. They're basically just football trend creators and writers. Yeah, because whatever this fan base is talking about, trends, because they're all weirdos. So then they write and go off of the back of that. How about have your own brain? Yeah, and do what you want to do instead of just following the crowd. Yeah, at the end of the day, the player weren't worth 30 million quid, let alone 100 with add-ons and wages. Yeah, so let's just slow down a little bit here. Yeah, and then stop crying to him. And I know this fan base are booing. Let me ask you a question. If you lived in Ukraine, which we know the madness going on there right now, and you're there and you're getting paid less than £1,000 a week to kick a football around, and you can move to England and become a multi-millionaire overnight, what would you do? Oh, but he wanted Arsenal. Yeah, he chose Chelsea. It was the only club that bid the money for him. We never bid the money. If Arsenal bid the money for him, we would have had him. So let's just have that out there, yeah? Instead of like sitting there crying like little babies about Fabrizio Romano and about the player and about Shakhtar. If you own a house and your house is valued at 200 grand and somebody comes in with 100 grand, you tell them jog on. Then they come back with 160, you tell them jog on. Then somebody comes in and says, I'll pay it. You're selling the house to them. Madness. Absolute madness. But listen, go back and check out Henry's fan cam. Big up to everyone watching this one. Check out Kenny. Kenny's at the game, so hopefully he's getting out of there safe and finding somewhere nice to record. And then Jez, and then player ratings as well. Plenty more to come, man. What a day. 2-0, comfortable, 8 points clear. Job done, people. Adios, amigos. We're 8 points clear.